Hello everyone. Today I'm going to walk you through the Research Journal 1 paper. It is the bulk of your research journal percentage for the class, and I'll talk about the other research journals at the end of this. This particular paper is basically your setup for the long paper. Um, this will be a way to double check your works cited page and to make sure that your examples and things are coming from the right kinds of papers, right kinds of pieces. It has a few different things that you need to do. On the first page, you're going to make a works cited page. MLA, Modern Languages Association template is up on Blackboard, and I will have another of these videos kind of walking you through what goes where. Um, on the bright side, our library does participate in a citation generator, and it's usually pretty good. And so you can use that, but you are still responsible for the content that goes in there, so make sure you check it over. Okay, so if you haven't printed off the Research Journal 1 assignment sheet, or you don't have it up on your computer, pause me and go do that, and then come back. Research Journal 1 is a beginning for your research for your semester-long paper. You need to make sure that you're researching both sides of the argument. And again, I really encourage you to use opposing views in context so that you get really good example or two of the other side. You're required to have at least 4 academic level sources for your paper. The ones that are on the opposing views, there is a little box you can click when you search that says peer-reviewed journals. And that's what we mean by scholarly articles. These are articles that have been okayed, vetted, however you're going to say it, by other experts in the field. And so you're assured that this particular article is correct and viable, and you need at least 2 of those in your research in your paper. You can have more than 2 others, but you have to have at least 2 others. Okay, so now all 4 of those can be scholarly peer-reviewed journals if you like, but at least 2 of them have to be. And so this assignment is going to help you kind of wean things out and lay things out so that you have all your research done for your paper. This assignment is basically 2 parts, and it's going to feel kind of backwards if you've written college papers before, but there's method to the madness. I want you to create a works cited page. If you have never done this before, I will have a video up. There are tabs in our little, I always want to call it the little seagull handbook. For that, if you look at the editing part, you have, I'm looking at things in here. Where are we? MLA style is on page 119. Walk through that, have a look. It seems picky and weird, and in a lot of ways it is, but there is a method to that as well. For the works cited page, make sure that you have at least 4 sources. If you have 6 or 7, and maybe there are a couple you haven't weeded out yet, go ahead and put them on. It's good practice. On the other page, the second page, I want you to have a short narrative detailing your research process. Okay, what you learned specifically for this paper, what have you learned so far? How are you going to use that research in your paper? What else do you need to find? Okay. For our resources here, you have research and documentation quiz before this is due. So make sure that you're looking at the stuff for that. The Purdue OWL, their online writing lab, is the best one out there. If there's a click on the week 2, there's a click in where I put all the writing helps. It's there. I love it because it gives you very clear and precise and concise outlines for different things, commas and apostrophes and colons and all that, but also it walks through the latest and greatest MLA, APA, Chicago, all the different styles of writing. The other thing, this is a side note, the other thing that it does really, really well is it helps our folks who English is not your first language. All those usage issues and phrasing issues, it has everything you need. If you're not sure how something's supposed to go, or you're worried about, past tense or future tense or whatever in your verbs, they're great. So, come back to this. You're going to have different places for this to go as far as your MLA website goes. A lot of the information there you don't necessarily need. I'm a geek, so I like it. But there's a lot of things there that are just really concise. Here's how you do it. I'll also have up for you a MLA template, so it shows you the order of things for different kinds of sources. And again, I'll get to that in the other video. This assignment has to be at least 2 pages. 1 page for the works cited, 1 page for your paragraphs. If the works cited page goes on longer, do that Control Enter and start your paragraphs on a new page. Okay, regardless of where your MLA stuff ends up. Make sure that you have the name block at the top, your name, the course and section number, the assignment title, which is Research Journal 1, and the due date at the top left side, single spaced. Everything else should be double spaced. Okay. Use 1-inch margins, use 12-point Times New Roman font, use double line spacing, follow the MLA format for the entire document. And then here's your grading criteria. 25 points for the precision of your choices for academic sources, 50 points for your experience paragraph, okay, 25 points for polish. Making sure that you have all your documentation correct, making sure that you've read through it and such. And so this one is also going to be turned in as a rough draft first, get my comments, and then have a final draft. Okay. Anytime I'm going to give you 100 points for a writing assignment, I'm going to want to look at it first and give you some pointers if you need them, and then let you go on from there. Okay. So again, this is going to be done through SafeAssign. Your point percentage value will probably be a little on the high side just because of the MLA stuff that you're going to do, but otherwise shouldn't be a big deal. Again, please, I know OpenOffice is a lovely thing, but don't use those files for posting to Blackboard. A lot of times it strips out your formatting. Some of the time it strips everything out. All I get is little boxes, and we don't have time for that. So use Office 365. If you're trying to find that, go down to the student. I'm looking for current students, and it will give you a link to download that through your email. Okay. This is the second piece for getting to what we're going to do for the actual paper. We'll have some more, of course. But if you have questions about your research or you're not sure if something counts, shoot me an email. I'll be more than happy to help. So hang in there. Have a good day.